What's going on, everybody? My name is Ben, and welcome back to another episode of the 12 Sprues of Christmas. We are here with episode number 6, and I'm excited to see what we're going to be building today. Now, I know we're running a little bit behind, guys, so I might have to make some alterations, but we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about that as we progress. So let's go ahead and pull out that box and check out what we're going to be building today. So as we can see, the first row is completed, of course. Last episode was the F15 by Academy. We're going to move on to this square right here. Let's go ahead and punch on through this one here, and I'm hoping we get something just as good, if not better, than the F15. So right on through that first tissue paper layer, let's reach on inside. Here we go, and what do we have? Oh, check it out, an F14. Very cool. This is actually a Revell kit, so we're not going to be worrying too much about the whole Academy fiasco. Let's go ahead and grab that kit, check it out. Now, as I mentioned, this is a Revell kit, 1/144th as usual. This is the F14D Super Tomcat. And man, this is a cool looking airplane. So let's go ahead and open up the box here and check out what we have in store. Now, generally Revell kits are just nicer overall than Academy kits. So I'm expecting this one to be a little bit nicer in terms of detail and a bit more accurate in terms of shape. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. Standard single poly bag, lots more sprues though in this one. We have our decal sheet, a very large instruction manual. Wow, look at all these decals. Of course, we have this, I don't know what this is, a little warning label or something, I don't know, don't need it. Moving right along, let's check out the instruction manual. Far more respectable than what we had in the Academy kit. We have a lot of detailed part breakdowns. We have all the paints. We have everything we need right here. Look at the instructions. As you can see, there's a lot more detail in these, a lot more things that we can do. Of course, we can go ahead and pose the landing gears up, which we will probably do for our tree ornament. But honestly, this is a really impressive looking kit. Just check out all these missiles. That's a lot of ordnance for sure. Thank you, Revell, for giving us decent looking ordnance. So in terms of color schemes, we have two different versions here of the same color scheme. This is for the Grim Reapers, very cool looking. And then we have one other one here, which is just a basic two-tone gray. I'm probably going to go ahead and shy away from this two-tone gray and go with something a little bit different, a little more interesting. And that's going to be this one here. So let's go ahead and start right in, guys. Let's cue up that time lapse and let's get this thing built and moving right forward. Because we've got a lot to do and a little time to do it in. So let's get it started. right, so far so good. The model has gone together well. I've started to go ahead and paint different sections and getting the canopy all nicely squared away right now. We're going to be masking all this area off. I'm going to go ahead and put it back on the model once it's all masked off, and then I'm going to airbrush over the top of these canopies a black color. That's going to be our internal framework, and then we're going to be able to come back and prime over the entire kit. Now, I said before, this is actually going to be a two-tone gray color scheme with a lighter kind of a ghost gray, and then we have a darker gray on top of that. So that should be fun to do. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, but the F-15 worked out pretty decently, and that's very similar to what we're doing here. So let's go ahead and keep that ball rolling, get that primer all set up. So I am really digging this color scheme, guys. This actually looks very, very cool. I'm going to go ahead and unmask all the black that I went ahead and airbrushed, and this is looking impressive. There we go. Luckily, nothing bled through. I'm very pleased about that. The tails were a little bit difficult to go ahead and mask off there. I probably should have painted those before I installed them onto the aircraft. Go ahead and pull off the rest of the masks, and I think we should be ready to go ahead and get that gloss coat on so we can get to the decals. The gloss coat will go ahead and darken down a lot of my colors, but that's okay. We're still in pretty good shape. Now moving right along, everybody, we have our gloss coat nicely dried here. It's all cured. We have our decals ready to go. All our missiles are taped down, so they're standing straight up. We can go ahead and just select each missile, pop those decals on, let them dry a little bit, and then just glue them right to the model. So it shouldn't be all that difficult to do. We're going to go ahead and cue up that time lapse. We're going to push through all the decals. We're going to get all the missiles done first. Then we're going to slowly attach them to the aircraft, and then we're going to do all the aircraft as well and get all the decals nicely squared away. And then we're going to come back and we're going to flat coat the entire thing. That should go ahead and bring down that sheen and give it a little bit more of a used look. And I think we should be pretty decent. So cue up that time lapse, guys. Let us push through, get these decals on, get this bird looking like it should. All right, everybody, we are back, and I have a finished F-14D Super Tomcat in 1/144 scale to show you guys here. This has been one of the most enjoyable kits I have built so far here for the 12 Sprues of Christmas. I had a blast building it, and I'm hoping you guys are going to like the end result. I'm pretty pleased about it. So, without further ado, here it is in 1/144 scale, the Revell F-14D Super Tomcat, all ready for the tree. So you can see we do have a hook ready to go. Did the same process as last time, just drilled a little hole, twisted some wire, glued that in there, and then bent up a paper clip to act as the hook. This kit is ready for the tree for sure. Now, I have to say I did have a few issues here and there. For example, the decals here on the intake, that actually ripped, and I had a little bit of trouble with the ejection seat red triangle right there on the side. Also, while building it, I had some trouble with the wing mechanism. You're actually supposed to be able to move the wings outward and inward, but they actually broke on me, so I just had to go ahead and tack them in. But otherwise, this kit came out beautifully. I love the assortment of weapons. I could have done a little bit more weathering there on the back burner cans, but honestly, I had a blast building this one up so far, and I'm happy with the result. So day 6 is officially finished. Like I said, this kit was so much fun to build. Everything almost fell together. I had a few issues here and there looking at it more closely. I could have improved, but honestly, this has been so much fun. I was even able to drop a little bit of clear blue right there on the front windscreen, though I probably should have done that a little bit differently because it's not as smooth as flat as I wanted it to be. But honestly, this kit was so much fun to build, and I had a blast with the entire process. Out of the 6 builds that I have done so far for this video series, this has got to be one of my favorites. It almost fell together right out of the box. We had a beautiful assortment of weapons. We had everything we needed to make a really awesome looking F-14. For the price, I think I paid like $7 or $8 for this kit. Beautiful, beautiful purchase. So if you guys are into 1/144 scale kits and you guys like the Tomcat, check out Revell. They've got a beautiful, beautiful lineup of kits. We have a couple more in the stash as well, so we might see those pop up as we kind of move through the last of the 6 sprues. With this episode, we are halfway through with the 12 Sprues of Christmas. I'm not sure exactly how far we're going to be able to go, but I'm going to go ahead and try to get everything finished up. We might have to extend it a little bit more past the actual day of Christmas, but that's okay. I'm having so much fun. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this as well. So let's go ahead and wrap it up for today, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing on the tree, and we will be back next episode for day number 7. Where we'll draw a new kit. So until then, you know the drill. Go out there, get yourself some bench time, have some fun, build something cool. And we'll see you back here on the next episode of the 12 Sprues of Christmas. Thanks so much, everybody. We'll see you soon.